What place is the biggest tourist trap? I've traveled to over 30 countries in all 50 states. It's less about a city and more about specific areas within one. You can find local chill areas anywhere just as you can tourist trap areas. Example: New Orleans tourist trap Bourbon Street. Local spots Magazine, Garden District, Frenchman. The tourists are starting to find it. Example: Orlando tourist trap I Drive, the parks, basically anywhere south of downtown. Local Milk District, Mills, Winter Park, etc. Example: Dublin Ireland tourist trap Temple Bar, local Stony Batter, Kilmainham, etc. You get the point. In Canada, the Capilano Bridge was rated as the country's worst tourist trap. Private park in North Vancouver with a swaying drooping pedestrian bridge across a small canyon. $80 admission. There is a similar bridge for free on a public park nearby. For that price I'd rather visit the peak-to-peak gondola ride between mountaintops and Whistler, DK Oyster. It's a restaurant in Mykonos, Greece, and there are multiple news articles of the people they scam. This is just one of them. Don't go to England just to see Stonehenge. You will be bitterly disappointed. That being said, if you're in England, and you do want to see Stonehenge, spend time in Salisbury as well. Enjoy the scenery on the way there and back. Spend time exploring the area around Waterloo Station in London. Be a traveler, not a tourist. That big ass fake Noah's Ark thing in Kentucky. It's bullshit stacked on bullshit, that is stealing money from old folks and idiots. I'm good with them ripping off the idiots, but there's lines of buses from retirement homes lined up there daily. Edit. Thanks folks, I was off a state. It's still horrible. Istanbul as a woman alone is a complete nightmare. You will get harassed and stalked. If you're male alone you have 90 chances of being scammed. Istanbul is amazing but not a place for solo travel. Beware and mind your surroundings. Trust no one. Fisherman's Wharf in San Fran. Thousands of better things to do in San Francisco than see this unremarkable stupid dwarf of pointless shopping. Edit. Fisherman's Wharf, not Pacific Wharf. And yes, a sea lions are deaf. It's only saving grace. If you come to San Francisco, Pier 39 is a tourist trap. It's just a long outdoor mall filled with useless tchotchkes. Instead, opt for the Golden Gate Bridge, Golden Gate Park, Ocean Beach, or one of our various arts and science museums. SF Giants game in SF. You can tell who isn't from the city because they are all be heading to the store to buy hoodies and jackets halfway through the game when the cold fog rain rolls in after it's been warm and sunny all day. To buy. It's a depressing commercial wasteland in the middle of a desert. The people are unfriendly, and most of the population consists of virtual slave laborers that were coerced into coming and giving up their passports. I don't think people understand what a tourist trap is. You can argue that Times Square is a tourist trap, but it's ridiculous to say that the entire city is a trap. The London Eye could be a trap, but not London. Branson, Missouri. Hard to believe 10,000 people actually live there because the place feels like a giant truck stop. The entire city is built around tourism. That's literally what it was founded on. Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. People go there to vacation, and unless you do Dollywood, it's a pure tourist trap with nowhere else to go during your stay unless you pivot and do just outdoors stuff. Magnolia Market in Waco, Texas. It's basically a giant gift shop for Chip and Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper. Wife dragged me there and it was so busy you couldn't even do anything. It sucked. South of the border, located off I-95 on the North Carolina-South Carolina state line. I had never heard of it but kept seeing signs for it for what felt like hundreds of miles on 95. Mount Rushmore. There is nothing to do there except look at the government-sanctioned vandalism on the mountain. Not worth the cost of admission or the drive to get there. Myrtle Beach. It's the most expensive trailer park by the beach. Everything is so expensive. But you're surrounded by trailer park people. People who are asking you to bike crap earth. I hitched a ride from some teasers 15 years ago and haven't been able to get off it since. I've had plenty of time for research though. It's mostly harmless. Half of the attractions in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Sevierville area in Tennessee. Outside Dollywood, there's not much worth a damn. Niagara Falls on the US side at least. Cool to see it, but the surrounding city is just super ghetto and not what you would imagine it to be. Branson. Take everything fun out of Vegas and put it in the middle of nowhere Midwest. It's a magnet for old people and fanny pack dads. Hollywood Boulevard is pretty junky. I always feel bad for people who make the trip to Los Angeles and end up there. They must be like WTF? Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin and its immediate surrounding area. Literally just water parks, indoor and outdoor, resorts, and attractions. Most of you don't know what a tourist trap is. Just saying a major city or country or entire region is a tourist trap is absurd. Navy Pier in Chicago. It's the one most visited place in Illinois despite it just being a third-rate mall on the lake. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That place is a tourist hellhole. Good luck actually finding historical buildings and monuments. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is one that I think you can pin on the whole town. Also their neighbor Pigeon Forge. Apparently the Witch Museum in Salem, Massachusetts is ranked too. If you do go there, go to the Satanic Temple instead. Amazed I haven't seen this mentioned yet, but isn't Las Vegas whole shtick being a tourist trap? Certain parts of the city center of Amsterdam is the worst tourist trap shithole I've been to. The pyramids is a very uncomfortable experience, you get fucking harassed beyond belief. I don't know anyone who has had a positive experience as a tourist in Egypt. Plymouth Rock. It's likely not actually from 1620 and it's a pretty small rock. From what I've heard, Dubai is atrocious if you're not a multi-millionaire. Mars Cheese Castle in Kenosha selling overpriced shitty curds for 50 years. If there is a rainforest cafe and a Madame Tussauds, it's a tourist trap.